Slade Caldwell. What do you make of him? What should players and fans at home be looking out for with this young serpent?
I love what you do in and out of these shows. Yeah, so I am not. I'm not afraid of a snake. Of all the things in life, I'm more afraid of a ceiling fan. But that's something I need to talk about in therapy. Let's talk about Slade Caldwell. Slade Caldwell is one of the many selections from the 2024 draft that I really enjoyed from the Diamondbacks. We're talking about their 29th overall selection in the first round. Is he the next Corbin Carroll? It's a smaller 5'9", 182 outfielder who is like mostly speed orientated. Probably not, but like ultimately at the end of the day, this is a profile that the Diamondbacks do really well with. He's a really good athlete. He moves well. We're talking about plus to speed to maybe even maybe it's 80 speed at the end of the day. And that's sort of the appeal. If he can get to 15 to 20 home runs, like we ultimately saw Corbin Carroll develop that sort of power during his minor league career and then into his major league career. And now he's one of the better outfielders in baseball, not with a bad 2024 notwithstanding. Slade Caldwell sort of can follow in that archetype. I'm not if I thought that was a more realistic outcome, he would definitely not be the fifth ranked prospect in the system. But there is that upside if you're looking at the error bars and everything like that with him. He is another one who, like JD Dix, did not play in 2024 after the draft. They probably left him, in the complex, and they kind of allowed him to, catch up to professional pitching in a different sort of way, when that's through instructs. And Caldwell is just one of the more explosive athletes in a system that is loaded with some of the more athletic players that you'll see.
I think I'm with you. Caldwell, I have as my number 4 favorite prep bat from this year's first year player draft class. Got to shout out my buddy Greg Hoogkamp. Greg loves Slade Caldwell. Saw him in person a time or two and got to give me the dirty details on Caldwell and how he plays. And you said a minute ago, is he Corbin Carroll? And it reminds me of the Brittany Broski meme where she's like,
Oh, Kombucha Girl.
yeah, kombucha girl, exactly. I think that's really kind of when you're like, well, is Slade Caldwell Corbin Carroll? No, but maybe. I mean, no. Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe. I think that's really
Right.
the best kind of approach with Caldwell at home is, if your mom tells you, no, you do not need Corbin Carroll. We have Corbin Carroll at home and points over her shoulder, and it's just a picture of Slade Caldwell. There's like an 80% chance you've got Corbin Carroll at home. Maybe, well, that's not fair. 60% chance you've got Corbin. Let's call it 70. I feel like I'm being kombucha girl, Reese. Lord, what's happening with me? I do like what Caldwell brings to the table. He's certainly a good athlete, a gamer. One thing that I picked up from Greg is that Caldwell is one of those sorts of players who finds a way to impact the game every time he's on the field. That's something, it's one of those intangibles that you just can't teach. You've got to want it. And I think Caldwell wants it. And I'm excited to see what the D-backs do with this very raw lump of talented clay.